My daughters told me I wasn't their real father, so I stopped acting like one, but they didn't expect the consequences. I, 52M, worked my ass off as an accountant for a small firm for 27 years. When my daughters were teens, I took on extra evening bookkeeping gigs, weekend tax prep sessions, and every overtime hour available. Not glamorous, but it paid for Rachel, 27F, and Jessica, 24F, to have everything. Looking back, maybe I overdid it. Private tutors, brand new cars at 16, study abroad programs, full college tuition at prestigious schools. I remember eating ramen for months, so Rachel could have that semester in Florence she wanted for her art history degree. Their mom, Deborah, left when Jessica was 3, said she felt trapped and needed to find herself. Found herself real quick in the arms of her tennis instructor, but whatever. The divorce gave me primary custody with standard visitation. Best thing that ever happened to me. Fast forward to last March. Deborah announces she's engaged to Bradley Harrison, some hotshot investment banker. Girls were thrilled. Suddenly they're spending weekends at his mansion, coming home with designer bags, talking about his boat and vacation properties. Fine. As long as they're happy. Then came October. I spent 2 days preparing Sunday dinner, their favorites from scratch. Turkey was in the oven, table set with the good china I inherited from Mom when they arrived. Late. In Bradley's Mercedes, both wearing matching Cartier bracelets. "Dad, we need to talk before dinner," Rachel said, not even taking off her coat. "What's up?" Jessica took a deep breath. "We're spending Christmas with Mom and Bradley in Vail. He's renting a chalet." "That's fine," I said, though it stung. "We can celebrate early. When works for you?" They exchanged looks. Rachel spoke. "Actually, we need to discuss some changes." "Changes?" "Bradley suggested, and we agree, that it's time to reevaluate our family dynamics," Jessica said. "He wants to adopt us as adults." I almost laughed. Adult adoption? That's unusual. "It happens more than you think," Rachel said coldly. "It'll simplify his estate planning." "Estate planning? What are you talking about?" Jessica pulled out her phone. "Dad, Mom finally told us the truth. You're not our biological father." The room tilted. What? She had an affair before the divorce. With her tennis coach, Marco. He's our real father. She never told you because she knew you'd fight for custody. That's absurd. We did DNA tests during the custody proceedings. Rachel shrugged. Mom says you faked them. It doesn't matter anymore. Bradley wants to make us official family, and we think it's best if we start transitioning away from this. She gestured around my modest house. They left without eating, without hugging me goodbye, without even acknowledging the dinner I'd made. I stood there, stunned, surrounded by their favorite foods growing cold. Update 1, 3 days later. Holy shit, this blew up. First, let me clarify. I am their biological father. The DNA tests from the divorce are in my safe deposit box. I checked them again today. 99.9% paternity for both girls. But here's where it gets interesting. I called my lawyer friend, Sarah Chen. She specializes in family law and suggested we send a formal letter requesting they cease making false paternity claims without proof. Their response came from Bradley's attorney. Our clients maintain their position and request you cooperate with the transition of parental rights. Meanwhile, Jessica posted on Instagram, sometimes growth means leaving toxic situations behind, even if it's family. #new beginnings. #chosen family. With a picture of her and Bradley at some charity gala. The comments were split between support and people calling her ungrateful. Then Bradley started texting me, "Just sign the papers, make this easy on everyone. You've had your time with them. I can provide opportunities you never could." I responded once, "Provide DNA evidence or stop contacting me." His response? "Don't embarrass yourself. Real men know when to step aside." But the real kicker? Deborah called yesterday. "Why are you making this difficult?" "Making what difficult? You lying about their paternity?" Bradley has connections. The girls could have amazing careers. Why can't you just let go? Because they're my daughters. God, you're so stubborn. Fine. Bradley knows people. Don't make us prove our point in court. I started digging after that call. Something felt off. Update 2, 1 week later. Remember that digging I mentioned? Well, jackpot. Bradley Harrison isn't the financial wizard he pretends to be. My accountant network came through. He's under investigation by the SEC for securities fraud. That mansion? Leased. The boat? Borrowed from a client who's now suing him. I also found out why he needs my daughters. He's been presenting himself as a family man to attract conservative investors. Having 2 accomplished adult daughters, Jessica works for a marketing firm, Rachel's in art curation, makes him look stable. The adoption isn't about estate planning, it's about image. But here's where I might be the AH. I didn't confront anyone. Instead, I 1. Canceled their cell phone plans, still in my name. 2. Removed them as authorized users on my credit cards. 3. Changed the Netflix password. Petty, I know. 4. Sent them itemized bills for their cars, both in my name, and college expenses if they maintain I'm not their father. Total, $372,000. The explosion was immediate. Rachel showed up at my office causing a scene. How dare you cut off my phone during work hours? I'm sorry, do I know you? Dad, this isn't funny. According to you, I'm not your dad. Jessica was smarter. She came by the house that evening, tears ready. Daddy, please. We didn't mean it. We were just exploring options. Options that include denying I'm your father? Bradley said it would be better for taxes. Jessica, you took accounting classes. You know that's bullshit. She crumbled. He said we needed to distance ourselves for his investor meetings, that having a middle-class father would hurt his image. Finally, some truth. Update 3, 2 weeks later. The house of cards collapsed faster than I expected. Bradley's SEC troubles hit the news. Turns out he wasn't just under investigation. They were building a case for a Ponzi scheme. His investment firm was paying old investors with new money, and he was running out of new money. The engagement imploded when Deborah realized the mansion was a rental and the family fortune was fictional. She tried crawling back to me, but that ship sailed decades ago. But my daughters? They doubled down. Posted about how I was financially abusing them by demanding repayment for their education. Rachel's best friend, who I also helped through college, called me crying, saying Rachel was telling everyone I'm a monster. My sister jumped on the bandwagon. They made a mistake. Family forgives. Easy to say when you're not the one being disowned for a con artist. I kept all communication through lawyers. Sarah sent formal demand letters for the car payments and a timeline for transferring titles. Either they acknowledge I'm their father, or they pay up. That's when Bradley made his move. Had his lawyer send a threatening letter about extortion and emotional blackmail. Claimed I was interfering with his business by spreading rumors about his financial situation. Sarah laughed. Let him try. Discovery would be hilarious. Social media became a war zone. Team dad versus team daughters. Their friends attacked me. Mine defended me. It got ugly. I stayed quiet, just watched it burn. Update 4, 1 month later. Bradley was arrested last week. Federal agents raided his office and the rental mansion. Deborah was caught trying to leave with suitcases of cash. Turns out she was deeper in the scam than anyone knew. My daughters finally realized they'd backed a losing horse. Both came to my house looking shell-shocked. No designer clothes now, just jeans and sweatshirts. Dad, Rachel started. We made a mistake. Several, I corrected. Bradley's gone. Mom's probably going to jail. Jessica swallowed. We need help. What kind of help? The FBI froze our accounts. They think we might be involved because we attended investor meetings with Bradley. Were you involved? They exchanged panicked looks. Rachel whispered, "We may have helped transfer some money. Bradley said it was for tax purposes." I sighed. "Get a lawyer. A real one. We can't afford one. Our credit cards are maxed. Our accounts are frozen." Sounds like a personal problem. They left in tears. I felt nothing but tired. Final update, 3 months later. The dust has settled. Bradley got 12 years federal time. Deborah got 3 years for conspiracy. She flipped on him immediately, gave up everything. My daughters weren't charged. The prosecutor decided they were willfully ignorant rather than criminally complicit. But their reputations are trashed. Rachel lost her curator position. Jessica's firm let her go. The scandal was too much. They're living together in a small apartment, working retail to make ends meet. They've paid off about $15,000 of what they owe me for the cars. I'm not holding my breath for the rest. Last week, I got a letter from Rachel. "Dad, I don't expect forgiveness. We chose greed over love, lies over family. Every sacrifice you made, every hour you worked, every time you put us first, we threw it away for designer bags and fancy parties. I see you now. All of it. And I'm so sorry. Your daughter, if you'll still have me, Rachel." I haven't responded. Not sure I will. Jessica's letter was shorter. "I'm sorry. For everything. You deserved better. My sister still thinks I should forgive them." "They're your daughters." "Are they?" They seem pretty sure they weren't when Bradley's money was flowing. Me? I'm doing fine. Took a vacation for the first time in years. Started dating again. Sarah's sister, actually. She's nice. Works as a librarian. No drama. Works good. Got a promotion to senior accountant. Turns out when you're not constantly stressed about your kids, you perform better. Do I miss them? Every damn day. But I miss who I thought they were, not who they showed themselves to be. Will I forgive them someday? Maybe. But trust? That's earned, not given. And they've got a long way to go. The hardest lesson? Love shouldn't be conditional, but respect absolutely is. Thanks for following my story. It helped to share it. Now if you'll excuse me, I have a life to live. Edit. To answer common questions. 1. Yes, the DNA tests are real and from the original custody case. 2. No, I'm not financing their legal troubles. 3. Yes, they're both trying to rebuild their careers. 4. No, I don't regret cutting them off. 5. Yes, I saved all the receipts. All of them. Remember, when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time.